Imagine walking into a store and being told, I'm sorry, you're just not popular enough to be here. Your Facebook friends, your Twitter followers, your whatever the hell they call people on Google+, you just don't have enough of them to be a viable customer. Well, increasingly, companies are doing just this. Melbourne-based fashion retailer Jasu may look like a standard online clothing store, but for the first 2 weeks of its launch, you needed a very special number in order to access it. And that number you needed was something called a Klout score. Now, in the past 4 years, Klout scores have become one of the most hotly debated new features in social media.
Klout is the dumbest company on the web.
Why are you tweeting during your performance review?
I'm trying to raise my Klout score.
Tip number 1. First of all, you can't focus on just the score.
What is that?
Klout.
Yes, what is that?
It's a scam, it's a lie.
Klout measures how influential you are online. We look at the content you create on Twitter and Facebook, Google+, all the different social networks. And we look at how people respond to the content you create. So you get a Klout score, which is 1 to 100, and you can be influential about whatever topics you're most passionate about.
Joe Fernandez built the formula for Klout back in 2007 after surgery left him with the jaw wired shut and being unable to talk for months on end.
So if you were to tweet about going to a movie, we would look at how many people replied to you, how many people retweeted you, if that content then traveled across to Facebook, how many people liked it and commented, what types of things were they saying, how influential those people are. So that's how we close that loop around your influence.
High-scoring Klout users can even qualify for Klout Perks, which is essentially free goodies from companies hoping to garner a bit of influential online praise.
The minute you walk in, you'll notice a beautiful Venetian glass wall.
Recently, anybody in the international terminal at San Francisco Airport with a Klout score of 40 or higher would be allowed into Cathay Pacific's lounge, which is normally limited to Cathay's first and business class passengers.
That's why the lounge is surrounded by glass windows.
Now, if you have a public Twitter account, technically you already have a Klout score, whether you know or want it. And it's things like that that make people actually quite actively dislike Klout as a company. Also, people question its accuracy, relying too heavily on certain services over others. In fact, all of the criticisms of Klout can be best summed up, believe it or not, in a parody site, Clushbag.com, created by UK web developer Tom Scott.
Clushbag essentially puts a number on how much of a douchebag you are on Twitter. That was the only insult I could find that the pun worked with, besides clunt.com was unavailable. It takes your Twitter account, puts a number on it, and says this is how much of a jerk you are. It is massively inaccurate, pretty much made up on the spot, and I maintain that it's about as accurate as Klout itself.
That may well be, but it is a growing market. Klout is far from alone. Cred, for example, offers a less streamlined but far more detailed profile of your online influence. There's even Klout for academics, ResearchGate. But one thing is clear, there is a definite emerging economy for online influence, and nowhere is that proven better than with SponsoredTweets.com. Yes, SponsoredTweets.com claims to offer brands access to celebrities' Twitter feeds. Reality star Khloe Kardashian will cost you over $9,000 a tweet. She's just managed to beat out the Jersey Shore's Snooki. There's even Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter movies. So, does any of it work? Well, there's only one way to be sure. I'm about to spend $4 on getting Draco Malfoy to say, I don't know, something mean about Mugbloods.